to even perform at the level, but, they're finding ways to do it, bro. But, I think it's really, you hit on something that's interesting about mental health and athletic mental health, and kind of what you were going through. Not only is it twofold, it's mind and body, kind of what you're talking about here, man.
Right.
I know somebody for myself, going through Division I sports and going through high, and you get more and more elite levels. It's no joke, man. It really it can take a toll on your psyche, because we build so much identity through what we do as athletes. We get very tethered and attached to that image of ourselves as a basketball player, as a football player, as a track star, as a baseball player, etc. And oftentimes that, by putting all of that into the sport, that is naturally going through ebbs and flows of, playing time, or, relationship with coaches, teammates, or anything maybe going outside the game. It's so important, I think, for athletes to know that mind, and have those abilities to really take care of themselves up there, man. So kind of through your experiences at Colgate and kind of seeing, like you say, your role changing a bit, what kind of skill set did you develop? I always talk about providing yourself with a toolbox to be able to understand, okay, what can I lean back on in moments of, uncertainty or uncomfort, or depression, anxiety, that can help me get through those moments, What kind of things did you develop in terms of your toolbox, in terms of your skill set, to be able to get through some of those ebbs and flows that are naturally when you play D1 sports?
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing was just understanding what was within my control. Only focusing on that, and understanding, like, myself, rather than focusing on what the coaches are thinking about me, what my relationship is with my teammates or whatever. Understanding that those are all separate things, and that they don't necessarily have anything to do with me. Those are everybody else's, preconceived notions, because everybody else they're dealing with the same things, you know what I'm saying? They're living their own reality. So I can't get caught up on what somebody else may do or feel, because they have their own journey that they're working through. And ultimately, I just focused a lot on myself, focused on what I could control, despite everything that was going on, whether I liked it or didn't like it. And mind you, it was very, very difficult, because it's like, it's two different sides of your psyche playing against each other. Like, as an athlete, you just want to compete, you want to be the best, you want to dominate, all that kind of stuff. But then it's just like, in my case, I was dealing with my role changing and me not having the position that I was used to coming in, and due to the injury. So, like, that was very difficult for me to grasp at first. And just like I said, like, I just focused on working my tail off, understanding what I was about, who I was as a player and as a person, what I was capable of, and just trying to keep that at the forefront at all times, despite whatever was going on. So, that was the biggest one, and that was the one that, like, helped carry me through, for sure.